So what are we making?
We're making rice milk. So what we're doing is we're taking off the water. This rice was soaked for, this was actually soaked for less than 24 hours. You can soak it anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. That's ideal. But the thing with rice is, as you can see, is I'm gonna rinse it twice. I soaked it. The more you can change the water, the more better it is for the rice or almonds, any seeds or nuts.
Okay.
I'm just rinsing this out. The reason is rice is grown in fields, paddy fields, so I'm just making sure we take out all the dirt or anything inside of this. Alright. So that being said, general rule of thumb with rice is what I'm going to do is 1 cup of rice, 3 cups of water. As you can see, I'm not using like a regular measuring cup. I'm using whatever cup that I used for the rice, aerating the rice. So if you use a bigger, larger cup, if you use smaller cups, glasses, whatever you're using, use the same thing for the water. That way you're keeping the proportion almost identical. But the key thing with food is you want to make sure you have fun with it. Like, enjoy food. With food, you cannot go wrong unless the intention is off. If you want to just enjoy, if you're starting on your food journey, just enjoy. Do whatever you like. Play around. If you find something good, make notes of it. Always have notes of what you're doing, because maybe it can help you when you're making your next food. And this is about 3.5 dates, pitted and soaked. So this is a general.
Use the juice in it.
You could use the juice. You can use the soaked juice of the water, the sprouted water, but you can use the dates, because any fruit that's soaked can be used, because the fruit adds the flavor to the water. The difference between almonds or rice is they change the texture of the water, because they absorb the oxygen from the water, and the water doesn't taste right and the consistency is not right. But any fruit that's soaked in water is good. Okay. So I'm adding, this would make it about 1/2 cup of water and about 3.5 dates. Also, you can add the dates after the milk is taken out. The reason I'm adding the dates to it is because I like the fiber from the dates to be part of the rice, so that I can use it as rice flour, sweetened rice flour, instead of rice by itself. You saw me do the same thing with almonds, where I mixed the dates with the almonds and then took the milk out. Alright, if you guys listen to it, that there was a sound to it. So what that tells me is I might have left one of the date seed was probably in the water. So that's why was that making that big of a ruckus. So, you know, it was in there. Blendtec, if you hear that using a regular blender, immediately stop the blender and take the seed out from the dates. But because it was a Blendtec, I just left it in there. Ideally, you can take the date pit out, but I just left it in there because when I'm gonna take it in a sieve and drain it, it's gonna come off. Again, this is the cloth. You saw us make almond milk with it. This cloth is a little thicker than a cheesecloth. This is an Indian wash towel. In India, this is used for bathing. I like this better. As you can see, this is a little bit thicker, and if you can see the holes,
Yeah.
they're pretty nice. I like this. I like how it's built. I like how it feels. And if you really want to strain it, you can fold it into multiple. Like every time you fold it, it's finer milk. So for now, I'm just gonna use one because I like a little. You ready?
Okay, ready.
Okay. So what we're doing now is we're draining the milk, the mixture into this. As you can see, this is a little brown. This is made with brown rice. So, and you can see a little bit of rice pulp at the bottom. And as you can see, here's a pit of the dates. You want to ideally avoid this getting in. But for now, yep, as always, wash your hands, but if it's for you, you know if your hands are clean or dirty, but always try to keep everything clean. Having worked in a restaurant, that's what they emphasize on, but now being a vegan, one thing I know is enjoy more, don't be too fussy. Enjoy what you're doing. That's the key thing in enjoying food and anything in life. All right. So what we're doing is we're trying to take this off. This is not white as milk, but the reason is we're using brown rice, and this rice is has a really bit of a brown texture. I'm gonna make one more rice milk later on. This one I used 3.5 cups of water. On the next one, I'm gonna use 2 cups of water because this has the consistency of skim milk. And once again, dates, the amount of dates, the more dates you use, the more sweeter your milk is gonna be. So use the preferences taste. All the other flavor adding ingredients other than dates or sweeteners like stevia, use at the right before you're about to drink. Like if you're adding all right, this is, as you can, this is the rice milk. This is brown rice milk. This has the consistency of skim milk. Use less water and you can get a stronger texture. The fly wants to take a taste of the milk too. So whenever you see other animals or insects drawn to you, that means it's good. If they like it, it's good food. But in the mindset and in the society we live in, we're wary of insects. And we try to keep it bacteria free. So if you look at most of the preservation methods, like most of these things, like if you leave a bread out and it doesn't get moldy, it just dries out. I ideally like my food if it's outside to be spoiled. That means bacteria and other living organisms can feast on it if I can't. I'd rather somebody use it. If I can't use it, I'd rather have, some kind of bacteria, flies, insect use it.
Right.
That means it's what nature wants. It's not just going to go stale. It's the circle of life.
Okay. No, it's good. Did you pour it in?
No.
Oh, it's for. Awesome.
That tastes good. Let's add some salt, and we're adding a little bit of vanilla. And a little bit of salt. Once again, all this salt, vanilla and stuff like that, use your judgments. This is nature's spoon, so stir it. Cheers. Drink.
Alright, awesome.
It tastes really good. You guys will love this. It's one of the easiest, cost-effective. A whole gallon of rice milk will not cost you anything. It's rice is real inexpensive. This is a very nutritious food. You can go if you're on a fast or you want to do a detox. This is one of the simplest ways. Is drink rice milk every day. You can sustain on just this. This is a lot of nutrients as long as you get organic or you know where the source is. The rice I use comes from India, South India. My parents were born there, so you know this is something I get. But whatever you get, go with what you have. I'd rather you use what you have than go out looking for ingredients. Play around, enjoy food.